In today's second reading, Peter tells us to conduct yourselves with reverence during the time of your sojourning. Another translation is, conduct yourself with fear throughout the time of your exile. Yet another translation is, honor God while you live as strangers here on earth. The original Greek word that is translated into sojourning, exile, and strangers is parokias. The word parokias is formed out of two words, para, meaning beside, and oikos, meaning house. When these two words are combined into one word, it refers to someone who is a non-citizen, who is living in a temporary house that does not belong to him, and who is living by others who have homes. In other words, it refers to someone who is homeless. The word parokias, comments Brant Petrie, is the same word that the word parish comes from. The word parish indicates that a parish is a community of people living in a country that they are not citizens of. As a community of exiles, as a community of strangers, parishioners are to help each other live in a country that they are resident aliens in. This understanding that in this life we lack a home, since our true home is in heaven, in the heavenly country that awaits us, is grounded in Old Testament practices and beliefs. One example is the Jewish Feast of Booths, also called the Feast of Tabernacles. During this feast, Jewish people, including today, at least by the Orthodox Jewish people, remember the time their ancestors were homeless, wandering in the desert to the Promised Land. This time of homelessness is remembered by Jewish people in the following manner. A temporary shelter that allows rain in and sun to shine through is built outside, and then the Jewish family is to live, to some extent, in this shelter for 7 days in remembrance of the time their Jewish people were in the desert. This religious practice that Jesus, Mary, and Joseph observed reminds the Jewish people not only the time their ancestors were in the desert, but also that all the homes we live in, whether in a palace, mansion, or apartment, are temporary. For in time these shelters will decay and we will return to our Creator. A scholar commenting on this feast adds that many who may or may not be religious also are drawn to a similar practice by camping, where an individual or family will leave their comfortable home to camp in the wilderness in a tent. We then are to return to our comfortable homes with its electricity and plentiful food, hopefully with greater gratitude for our home and what a home provides. Our observance of 40 days of Lent is also a time where we fast from comforts, such as food that a home provides. This practice helps us not only to be grateful during Easter time for what we have, but also helps us to be more accepting of the reality that this life is passing, and no one, whether king, president, or factory worker, has a permanent dwelling in this life. Upon accepting this reality, we then are to take responsibility as sojourners, as exiles, as strangers in a strange land, to come together to support each other so that we will honor God and one another as we travel to our ultimate destiny, our true home, the heavenly country, where the saints in union with the Trinity live in eternal peace, happiness, and joy. May God bless you.